What's up everybody, and welcome back to another episode of BH Brewing. We are on to day 12 of our Beerhawk Advent Calendar tasting sessions, and today we have a rather good looking can. This is by O Brother and White Hag Irish Brewing Company, and this is the Moonlight Maze, which apparently is a tropical session IPA. Now, I've never had either of these breweries, but I do love a good tropical IPA, so hopefully this lives up to the billing. So here it is, this is the Moonlight Maze Hazy IPA. First thing to note, as you can probably tell, there's no head. We're back to having no head again, which is disappointing after the one yesterday had quite good head retention. Oh well, such is life. In terms of the colour of it, it's kind of a lightish, kind of colour to it, almost like a very faint straw colour. Hazy, as you would expect, it's a hazy IPA, and that's about it really. So let's go in and gather some aroma. Okay, it's not a massive amount there. I can definitely get some hints of peach, I would say, and probably some pineapple. They're both kind of like faint, they kind of mould into one another. I wouldn't say that the peach stands out more or the pineapple stands out more. They're kind of both the same. What I do note this has is it's got that kind of a sour kind of twang on the end of the aroma that you notice. So that's unusual because this was just meant to be a hazy IPA, so there's nothing about it being sour. So I'm not sure how this one will taste. Anyway, there's only one way to find out. Let's do it. Okay, I definitely get some notes of pineapple on there. The peach doesn't really seem to be there, but there is that kind of note of pineapple. It's almost like one of the ingredients to the Juice Springsteen beer from Alphabet Brewing Company, which I enjoy. It kind of has that little twang of pineapple in there, but it's not overly strong. It doesn't punch you in the face. I know, like I said, it doesn't punch you in the face of flavour, but it doesn't. The peach is certainly not there at all. The overriding kind of flavour from that is that kind of pineapple flavour. But it's not a sweet pineapple, it's more of a bitter, little bit sour kind of pineapple. Let's have another swig. Yeah, the finish on this is very dry, and it's almost a tiny bit sour in a way. So that kind of sourness we kind of smelt on the aroma, on the kind of twang to it, it kind of has that, but this is very, very dry. For me, it's too dry. I don't think it needs to be that dry. If it was the finish was not so dry, I think it would be a better beer. In terms of the kind of mouthfeel to it, it's really hard to tell the mouthfeel because, like I say, it's so dry on the end, it makes it difficult. I would probably say it's more of I'd say a medium to thin. I'd say kind of in that region. It's weird because when you first taste this, it initially it reminds me of a Belgian on the first kind of first hit, and it kind of has that nice warming kind of alcohol flavour to it that hits the back of your tongue. But then that completely goes and it's dry and it's really quite bitter. It's okay. I'm finding with a lot of these beers, a lot of them are okay, and there's hardly been any exceptional ones. This for me was I was quite excited for. Look, the can looked good, the description on the back looked good, but it's lacking a little for me. That if you're going to call it a tropical, IPA, then give me more tropical fruit. All at the moment, all I can really taste in the flavour is a very bitter pineapple. but it's an okay. It's a drinkable beer. I think the dry finish lets it down, but it's okay. If I was to give this a score on rate beer, it's a difficult one. This I'd probably give it a maybe like a 59 to a 60. I think that's all it really deserves. I think if you put a bit of lactose in this, you know, kind of sweeten it up a bit, I think you'd be onto a winner and get rid of that dry finish. But otherwise, yeah, it's okay. Nothing to write home about, but you know, a lot of these beers haven't been anything to write home about. Cheers.